Lightning bolts in the chat. If you can hear me, lightning bolts in the chat. Lightning bolts in the chat. Tonight is going to be a very special live. I believe this live will be talked about throughout YouTube. Thank you for the lightning bolts. Thank you. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Everybody good? Everybody can hear? Everybody can hear, right? Good to see you, Crack 40 TV. I hope everything's going well with you. I look forward to working the human trafficking thing with you in Harlan, Kentucky. I do look forward to working that with you. We'll discuss details in a few. Now, for the longest time, for the last 5 years, listen to the rain. It's getting ready to start thundering. It's going to be lightning. And what perfect time does this go together for tonight? This is going to go good. Now, for the longest time, there's been a timeline. Listen to that thunder roll. There's been a timeline that nobody understood. There were missing times, missing things. In investigations, in the training that I received, one thing was always there that only one other creator ever touched upon. One other creator is the only one that ever touched upon it. It's what it's called is perception. Perception is reality until proven otherwise. This kept beating me down. This kept beating me down. It beat me down. I kept going back. There's something missing. There's something there. There's something not there. Listen to the thunder. Y'all hear the thunder? Can you hear that? That's real thunder, folks. Do you see that? Do you hear that? Can you all hear the thunder? That's thunder. It's thunder and lightning. It just started. Literally just started just now. When we fired up this live, I do believe in God works in mysterious ways. I do believe that. I always will believe that because I know what God did for me when he could have killed me. He could have killed me, and he didn't. He spared my life from a bad, bad wreck. Now, from that, I set out and I said to myself, we're going to do what has to be done. We're going to finish what we started. I want to thank the Morrison family. I want to thank John. I want to thank Tom. I want to thank all those. I want to thank the ones that we talked to who've helped us. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. I know it was hard to come in and do the things that we was needing, but I do appreciate you all. Listen to the thunder. Listen to that. Do y'all hear it? The thunder rolls. It is. Because I do believe we're going to solve the Summer Wells case. We're going to do it. With our people, our boots on the ground team, the people who is working behind the scenes, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I do believe, Chris and Trudy, you're going to have a lot of questions coming your way. A lot of questions. Hunter, you made one mistake. As a kid, you told not one, not two, but a few different people. You see, I knew in order to get what needs to be done, we had to go all the way back to the beginning, to the timeline. It never left the swimming hole. It never left the swimming hole. One big mistake was made. One big mistake. Grandis, you sealed that on Chris McDonough's interview. You sealed it. I will say this. I will say this right now. I do believe it was an accident. But the cover-up was no accident. Candace Grandis, when you dragged that baby out of the water, when you dragged that baby out of the water, Hunter didn't make it. Hunter wasn't able to save her. Hunter was occupied. Hunter didn't get to save her. Hunter wasn't there to save her. He was occupied. It was an accident. I believe that. I do believe that. But what you all did next, Candace, was no accident. Was no accident at all. When you said the 2 doors was open, yes, there was 2 doors open, all right. One for you on one side and Grandis on the other side. Hunter was in the woods. Hunter was in the woods when this happened. When you said you pulled the vehicle up to let Hunter out, and he was all shaking and scared, you did. But you also said that Allie had came down to see Summer. You denied her. You did not let her see Summer. That was a lie. That was a lie. That was a lie. Now, what you did after that, Summer never left the vehicle because you drove down to the Exxon. You did. You drove down to the Exxon. You passed it up. You was spotted. You was spotted there. You know what's sad is it took so long. If the right law enforcement would have been in play on this, you would have got caught. You would have actually got caught. Allie admitted she never went off her porch. Now, we're putting together the timeline that's real, that we believe in our heart that's real. Hunter, you told your dad. You told Andrew what happened. I'm going to say this, Hunter. You was a minor when this happened. You will have immunity. You will have immunity on this. I've got it all. All of it. You will have immunity on this. You was afraid. You was scared. Summer was like a little sister to you. Was. Now, Candace, I know you're watching right now. I know all of you are watching. Fred McCoy, I sent you a message. I'm glad you messaged me back. I'm not about the drama. Thank you. Good deal. I told you all. But Don Wells, Candace drove to met you at 5:30. 5:30. You see, there was 2 different mistakes that were made along there. 2 different mistakes. Now, if we go by perception and we understand in class what perception is, then we go into the true meaning of perception is reality until proven otherwise. Observation versus perception. When we observe something, we observe facts. Facts is what comes out of that. Facts is. Perception is interpretation. We automatically think because perception to us is reality. This is where the YouTubers messed up. This is where all the YouTubers messed up, folks, because we wanted it so bad and we wanted our way and we let our way clog our judgment into thinking the most horrible thing that could have happened. The most horrible thing that could have happened. And we let it cloud our judgment on these people. But what I don't understand is, Trudy, I don't understand your involvement in the Candace thing, because we all know that, I believe that you are connected, I mean, deeper with Candace than you are with Dawn. That's why she called you. She didn't call the agency with the McCoy video. She called you on FaceTime. She had you on FaceTime. You can tell that when she gives the phone to Dawn Wells, the phone is turned around and you can see Trudy. You can see her. It wasn't a phone number that she called. We all know that they have to have Wi-Fi, especially Candace up there, because remember when Candace said that she didn't have service, that only AT&T could pick up around that area. And she had to use Grandis's phone to even call 911. Now my thing is, Grandis, you were there also at the swimming hole. One more thing. You made another mistake, Candace. You showed Summer Wells clothing. You showed the top and the pants. You showed that on one of the videos. We was watching that today. And you state that is what she was wearing. But I don't believe that's the same one, because when I look at it and we look at what it is, let me turn it down a little bit. Let me turn it down a little bit. That way everybody can understand what we're getting at. Because the timeline now of Grandis going back in and going to sleep and giving the extra hours that would be make the timeline actually right. But there was one other YouTuber that really hit it really close, and that was Jenna. Jenna did, because she was talking with Grandis. Now, this is one thing that really gets me. I've got it all, but where did you take Summer to meet Dawn? You see, we're piecing this together in the right way. Now, Hunter, I'm going to say this. The reason this fills in perfectly with the timeline is because it was reported that you was shaking, you was scared, you was afraid. Remember that? This all fills in. It fills this in because you know what happened to Summer, Hunter. You know what happened to her. Now, one thing that really makes it twisted, when I took the pictures to the coroner, it's what the coroner said about the photos that was really unearthing, really unearthing. But what I don't understand, Grandis and Candace, is why put the lipstick on? Why put the lipstick on directly after she got out of the water without cleaning her up first? You know, ladies, we don't go and put makeup on. You all don't go put makeup. If you go to the water hole, if you go to a swimming hole, think about this. Now, remember, perception, logic. We got to think logic on this. We got to think logic. If you go to a swimming hole, after you get out of the swimming hole, you're going to take a shower first, right? You're going to take a shower first before you put makeup on. Before you put any makeup on, you're going to have to take a bath. I would at least hope that. Unless you were going to cover up something. The photos, the video that you had to have, Candace, of Summer was what we call proof of life. You had to have proof of life. But what happened to Summer is she never left that vehicle. She never left the vehicle. She never left the vehicle. Let's say that. Let's say that she put makeup on before she went swimming. Let's say that. We know that Hunter said she went underwater. She went underwater. Thank you. I appreciate it. So what I don't understand is you said you stopped at Walgreens for a prescription. This is a big one too. This is a big one too. A real big one. So there's parts of the timeline that I believe you just put in there because I know when you got to the top of the hill, Summer didn't get out of the vehicle. Summer did not get out of the vehicle. Did not. Because you waited about 5 or 10 minutes and then you got back in the vehicle. You panicked. You panicked before because you didn't know what to do. I believe that it was an accident. I do now. I do now. I do. I do. I believe in my heart that it was an accident. But what I don't understand, I got it. Thank you. Candace, answer me one question. Answer me one question. Why did you lie to the TBI about what Summer went missing in? You lied. I believe you lied. I believe it was a cover-up. Candace, do you remember when you said as soon as you got home, you had to wash clothes? Do you remember when you said as soon as you got home, you had to wash clothes? But then later on, that story changed, Candace. You no longer use that story. And the fact of the matter is, I believe you forgot the real timeline on what you said that you made up at the swimming hole. Lip gloss, makeup, it looks like it's something like that. That's what I'm saying. I don't know much about makeup for females. No, 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 no. What we have is no, we're not saying that at all. We're simply filling in the timeline. That's all we're doing. Right now, it's just a piece of the puzzle getting placed in the timeline. That's it. Nothing more. Just a piece of the puzzle getting put into the timeline. Someone said it could be her red drink. Well, I thought she had blue. I thought she had blue drink, purple drink, or something like that. So that don't make no sense. It makes no sense anyways. Now, all we're doing is simply filling in the timeline. That's it. That's all we're doing. Well, if that's true, I thought that her drink was blue and purple. We're getting very close on this. Because Hunter, you slipped and told somebody. And you see, just like anything, perception is reality until proven otherwise. I kept going back and forth with this on training. Just like any investigator would, you got to keep revisiting. You got to keep revisiting the timeline. And what don't make no sense is the beginning of it. It don't make no sense. There's too many different ones. Blue raspberry. Thank you, Chaos Gobbler. Thank you. It don't make no sense. Now, if we go, Markella, I don't care what you think. I know, trust me, I have the evidence. I know. I'm doing this the right way by speaking with people like with Hunter and his friends that he's told. You see, we knew that we had to find certain individuals who hung out with certain individuals, right? We had to. Can you imagine a kid that has this type of secret? Imagine growing up in life, knowing this. It's going to haunt you. It's going to haunt you, people. It's going to come out. You've got to get it off your chest. I don't believe Hunter's in the wrong. I don't. I believe it was an accident. But Grandis, you're a liar. And I can prove that. I can prove that you lied, Grandis. I can prove that. Also, getting out of the vehicle, Candace says Summer went into the house. But Grandis says she helped carry the groceries in. She actually said that she helped the boys carry the groceries in. They pretty much destroy their own stories. So I do believe Summer never got out of the vehicle. I don't believe she ever got out of the vehicle. I don't believe it. I don't believe she ever got out of the vehicle. Not at all. I believe that there's other things that Don Wells. I believe that there's something in between Don and Candace that's controlling, that's manipulated. I believe that. I believe that. Now, this is about investigations. We're going to come up with our own timeline. And we just added another piece of puzzle, another puzzle piece to it. That's it. The piece of the puzzle is all we're doing. That's it. That's all we're doing. We're adding another piece to the puzzle. Now, I want to say this about Fred McCoy. I don't want to get off track. I want to make this about Summer. Fred, I heard you say that they would not have had time to get cadaver dogs in the first day. That's exactly what I said. So without knowing it, Fred, you actually agree with me. And you don't even know what you just did. You agreed with me. And I do agree. I do agree. I know that. Because Chris McDonough, when he does this, he talks about the type of dogs. They were scent dogs. Scent dogs. Another thing. Remember what they gave the police to search for. The item that was used. It was a sock. It was a sock. They just got a sock out of the dirty clothes, people. But it was never verified if it was really Summer's sock. It could have been the boy's sock. Nobody knows if it was Summer's sock. There was no proof in that. When you do this, here's where the police drop the ball. You have to have a double verification. There was never a double verification on who wore the sock. It was an ordinary sock. An ordinary sock. This was an accident. I believe 100% it was. But what happened after the accident was no accident. The removal, the disposal was no accident at all. I don't believe that. And I believe that Candace, Grandis, Hunter, and Don all know. Candace, you took Summer to Don. I believe that we can prove that. I believe with the witnesses that we can prove that. I honestly believe that. But where law enforcement dropped the ball was the double verification. You see, the fact of the matter is, any training you receive in investigation, you have to understand there's a difference between observation and perception. Observation is the noticing the facts of it. The perception part is the interpretation of the facts. Big difference, but they all go together. So it's kind of like saying, if you've got good investigators and how you separate the two, you keep going back to the beginning like a fine-tooth comb. You comb through it. And you also have to put your personal experiences in it. Your expectations, everything. All that you have to put in. You have to put in it in order to get this. Critical thinking is a big thing, people. But what happened is YouTubers put it into the play that they want it to be a certain way. Think about that. They put it into play that they want it to be a certain way. That's their agenda. When there's always one side of the truth, another side of the truth, and somewhere in the middle, it all sews it together. 3 parts of it. You see, they did have a script. You're exactly right. Look at Beth. He has all the evidence. Yes, I do. Now, think about it. Oh, Markella. Oh, it will. Oh, it will. Now, we put together a timeline based on facts, based on the witnesses. Thank you. We got a lot of people in here and it's going pretty fast. Now, there you go, Amanda. But see, I don't have a side on this. So your timeline and nothing because it's not done by law enforcement. It don't matter. It don't need to be done by law enforcement. You see, Don Wells is the one that came up with the timeline that he wanted. He said that in my interview. Remember that? Don Wells said he come out and said, I'm the one that had to come up with the timeline. He said that in my interview that I did with him because the timeline didn't match up to nothing they had. They were 7 or 8 different timelines. But how can Don Wells have a say in the timeline when supposedly he wasn't there? How does that work, people? How can you have a timeline? Then why did she have socks on in the car? No, she didn't wear them. Summer didn't. What I sense and what I smell is a cover-up. I don't think that it was intentional. I think it was an accident. I don't think Hunter got her. I don't think Hunter was able to make it to Summer. I think it was Candace and Grandis who drug her out of the water. I think they didn't want to be seen, so they put her in the back of the truck. Both doors were open, and that's true. Both doors were open. Candace was on one side, Grandis on the other. I don't know what happened from that point. I don't. Because you know why? Hunter was in the woods, I believe. I believe Hunter was away. Thank you. In the picture Ernie showed you. I don't. Now, I want everybody to understand that our team is former law enforcement, former military, former investigators, former skip tracers, people who really give a damn. You don't have to take nothing I'm saying as facts. Open your eyes because it's right in front of you. Look at the players. Perception is reality until proven otherwise. But also remember this. Perception is not reality. Evidence is. You see, all of us, we all put the fact out. Perception is reality until proven otherwise. It is. That's what each and every one of us believe. But when you're skilled, when you're trained, you know perception is reality until proven otherwise, but you also know that's another group. That's how they think. You've got to think outside the box, and you got to put it in for what it is. And that's perception is not reality, evidence is. And that's a fact. You have to look at all the testimonies. Let's say that we have one basic testimony. We don't. We have 6 or 7 different lines. We have 6 or 7 different people that says things. So Candace now says, the boys went inside and I was able to see them, and I told Summer to go inside and I said the boys watch them. But before the first story, one of the first stories she ever told was she went in and she started doing laundry. So if she went in and started doing laundry, the rest of everything she said goes out the window. What I don't understand is why the TBI and why Hawkins County Sheriff's Department own these reasonable suspicions of lying to the police, lying to law enforcement. Why can't they at least do a 72-hour hold, which is perfectly legal and in their boundaries? They can question someone. They can hold them up to 72 hours. So why not? Candace knows in order to wash clothes, it's 20 or 30 minutes to wash them, and to dry them on heavy dry, it's 30 to 35 minutes, right? Sometimes 40. So there's giving you the hour and a half. Think about it. That gives you the time to do that. But see, she left that story and she went to another story. Now, that's one piece of the timeline that we're putting together. Thank you, Dave. All this info has been turned over. Summer Wells Awareness. Thank you. Everything that we're doing, everybody we're working with, every law enforcement that's involved right now and in the future coming into Hawkins County, everybody will know this. But it's our duty to show you, the people, how we come out with what we come up with. And that's what I want to show you. That's the part that's YouTube. The investigation, the legal stuff, what I'm doing right now is nothing to do with what law enforcement already has. Now, I'm going to say this. Don Wells, I know for a fact you're watching right now. Trust me, I know for a fact you're watching. Candace, I believe in my heart you're watching. But I'm going to say this. Hunter made one mistake. And then, you know what that was? He got comfortable. After all these years, he got comfortable. And I believe in 2024, he told. Because how do I know that? Because we just got finished. Literally, when I was on Katie's a while ago, I was leaving. I was leaving for a reason. I knew, everybody knew that this day would come. A kid holding a secret, holding a secret like this. We knew that the mind will break. I can imagine. I'm an older man right now, and I can imagine me holding a secret like that. It would destroy me. It would break me. But see, that's why Candace wanted to keep Hunter under her wing. That's exactly why. Oh, yeah, he was shook when he got home. We already know that. We know that for a fact. Now, Don Wells, I'm going to say this. If you're going to come in here under a different account, trust me, I know, at least come in under your real account, okay? Don's in here right now under a fake account. I got that. I see that. I know that. I know. Now, Candace, you made statements, many statements on Daisy's farm. On Daisy's farm, you made a statement and you showed your collection of what you have of Summer, right? Her swimsuit and that little pink looking tracksuit thing, right? But you told TBI after they finally had to get it out of you all, because the clothing was wrong the whole story. Everybody knows that she would had a little pink shirt on and gray pants or shorts or something like that. And then last night or the other night, someone came in the chat and said they had Summer's shorts or Summer's pants or something. And I was like, where the hell did this come from? Where did it come from? What's going on here? And then this person comes in the chat again today. She comes in here again today. She's probably in here right now because there's a... Hold on a second. Yeah, I got it. So there's a lot of people in and out saying that she has Summer shorts and they're preserved. So then the whole damn YouTube goes crazy over that. She was in here in chat. Thank you. I appreciate that, Crimes. Thank you. Now, what we have has already been turned in. We're turning it in. I mean, we still got files. No, TM, I know that. No, that's not. Now, no, I know that, Tiffany. I know that. But the big thing about it is putting together this piece. And before I can add this piece of the timeline in, Candace, I need to know one thing before we put this into play. Did you really start washing clothes when you got home, like you said you did like one of the first, hold on a second. Like in your first story, one of your first stories, you said you got home and then you started washing clothes. But then you tell Chris McDonough something completely different. You did a load of laundry. Thank you, TM. Thank you, Tiff. Thank you. There you did, Candace. So you did a load of laundry. Am I understanding this right? But in the other stories, your story don't go with Grandis. Grandis' story don't go with yours. So where do we go with this? Because now I have 3 or 4 more questions. Why did you leave the hill again? Why did you leave the hill again? Also, there's messages out there that I was looking at today, and some of it makes no sense whatsoever. The backwards and forth. So what I can do right now, and I do have proof of, is I can put you, Grandis, and Hunter, and Don Wells into play. I can do that right now. I have reasonable suspicion enough to cause with probable cause. I have that. We have that. But what I can't put together, Trudy's part. In 5 years, Chris and Trudy. So what we're doing now for the next step is we have to examine the people that are involved around this case, their family members and their connections. And how do we do that? We use skip tracing. If we can't find them, we find their family. And then we go from there. That's how you find it. That's how you do it. Now, what I'm telling you on YouTube I'm not telling you evidence at all here. I'm just putting a story together. That's it. The real facts is already in play, and there's no turning back. Hunter told one of his friends, and then his friend told another friend. His friend told another friend. TBI told Hunter not to be talking to Candace, and he didn't after that. I honestly believe that the TBI is putting this all together. I honestly do. But the hard part for us to get by, is why. Why is it taking so long without no clues whatsoever? Now, if it's a silent thing, I'll gladly step to the side. Unlock Your Reality and Operation Rescue Our Children will gladly step to the side. We will gladly step to the side. Gladly step to the side. As a matter of fact, September the 1st, the new sheriff comes in. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. Now, where does the Morrison Cemetery come in? Because now we got to put this in play. We know by talking to the Morrisons that grave was started on the 12th and it was finished and completed on the 14th. Because believe it or not, Hunter is an adult now. And just like anything else, when you become adult, you become accountable. Hunter, do the right thing. Hunter, do the right thing. Paige says, and this is something else too, in her interview, Candace says Summer jumped up like nothing ever happened. You see, we're not dealing with smart individuals. No, we're not. And see, it's just like I've always told you all. I play a stupid idiot. I play like I'm ignorant, stupid, don't know what I'm talking about. But if you know me in real life and you people that work with me day in and day out, especially the new investigators, the new people, the skip tracers that we have here, you know how I am. I'm passionate about what we believe in. We're passionate. We know this. I believe that we are placing timeline together. Now, I've got to be able to put the Morrison Cemetery in this timeline we're creating. We just put the first piece of puzzle together. Ernie gets it. Some of you fools underestimate Ernie all the time. Thank you. Thank you, William. I do appreciate that. I do believe we have this. I honestly believe that 88% of this is complete. 88%. I believe there's two more pieces. Two more pieces. Hello, Andrew. How are you doing? I hope you're doing well, my friend. I hope you're doing well. As a matter of fact, I'm actually going to drop a link. I'm going to drop a link. I'm going to drop a link right now. If anybody wants to come up and talk to me and tell me that I've got this wrong, I want to hear it. I want to hear you guys. The link's in the chat, people. I'm good. Getting ready for work. That's good, man. That's good. I'm glad you're working, Andrew. I'm glad to see you here. I'm glad to see you here, my friend. I'm glad to see you here. Now, we're just putting together a timeline here, what we think is the real timeline for Summer Wells. Now, before I go into any much more of it, I do believe in my heart that this is the right way to go about this. I'm not worried about where Candace drove. I'm not worried about where she drove. I believe she drove to Don Wells, straight to Don Wells. I'm going by what I know and by the statistics of the parents and going by everything about it. Well, hello.
Hello there.
How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. I really wanted to say something for everybody in Tennessee, and this you need to go to your weather channels or your TV stations because there are 26 states that have this fungus that's blowing in the wind, and we got it today, and it goes through Sunday, and it's for Arizona, well, up Holbrook, Flagstaff, it's in Prescott and all them places. And I just found out Kentucky's got it. And so I've been calling like crazy trying to tell people, please wear a mask if you have to go outside. But I'm not sure about Tennessee, but it makes me wonder if it's in Kentucky. And if it's raining, you can't even see it. It's in the wind and it's a fungus and it will kill you. It makes you have respiratory distress and then pneumonia.
I appreciate that. Thank you for the announcement on that.
I was so worried about it. But this is the new phone that my son gave me.
Oh, wow.
And
Well,
I have
hello,
a hard,
Interesting.
I have a hard time managing everything on this new phone. I wish I still had my old phone.
Ernie.
Right. Hold on one second there, Sharon. Go ahead, M9. You made quite this bird.
Because she's actually speaking for me.
She's not
There's
speaking
no
for
way.
you. Go ahead.
No, above me, like she's some kind of fungus or something. Ernie is fog.
Go ahead. You can you can
Did
hear.
you drop her down?
No, she's being quiet right now.
No, Ernie.
You have the floor.
I wish I did, Ernie. But it's a lag.
Okay.
Hey.
Yeah. And we're discussing the timeline. And here you are. What's up? You're on the air. Hello? Can you hear me? When you can come back up, I'll put you the link back out here I guess you're having some sort of so if you're having some sort of technical difficulties, the link's back in the chat again. You need to take your headphones off. I believe that's what Renee said. She's probably got headphones on. Renee, can you come up here? I'm going to put you up here right now. That way you can explain some people. You can come back up. Renee, can you come back up so we can get this out of the way, so we can get this taken care of, please? This is very important. I want to get back to the summer stuff. And yes, those plagues that are hitting, I heard about that. I want everybody to be safe. If you want to come back up, thank you. I appreciate it. I know it does. I know it does. She has a glitch. Yes, she does. Guys, when you see that what we're going to be doing, you're going to see people come out of the woodworks. I'm telling you, get ready, because it's going to happen. Get ready. They have to protect their investments. It's going to happen. And Tim Mullins, I got a report on you now, thanks to some great people. Thanks to some great people. Thank you. So, M9 is back here.
Yes.
Thank you. And Tiffany's here. Now, go ahead. Let her talk, Tiffany. M9,
Sure.
go ahead. Say what you want to say. You're up. M9. Hello?
It's really long lag now
Well, what do you mean it's a really long live?
because I'm talking to you, but then the Tim Mullins thing is running behind it. I've already
Okay.
heard that, and then now we're talking.
Okay, we're talking, yes.
Do you not hear that in the background?
No, did you close your YouTube out?
I have everything off. I have all computers off, everything.
Okay, go ahead and talk.
There's
Go ahead
no
and tell us.
headphones.
Okay, no headphones. Go ahead and tell us what you want to tell us.
I don't know what I'm going to tell you. I'm just like, hey, that's all. And then I had to run through what you were already broadcasting.
Okay,
Oh,
okay. So
it's
what
a
do you have
long
to say?
time. Thank you,
Okay.
Tiffany.
Okay, so what do
No,
you have to say?
the lag. So do I go out? This is just my phone.
So what do you have to say? We all can hear you. We can hear you. Maybe get
So
some
it's not the
feedback.
interest anymore. You know what I mean, Tim?
Let me try to fix it here. Let me see if I can do some edit mic settings and stuff.
We can go with it.
I'll go back out. I don't know what to do with it. I told him if you teach me.
Sounds like she can hear us fine. I mean, she was just talking like at the same time we were. She thanked me. I don't know what for.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, she
Oh,
probably
Lord.
come back up.
Let's just let her give an opportunity to come back up.
Yeah, maybe she might have something open somewhere else, like on a different device, or some people watch YouTube on the TV or,
Yeah.
all over the place, and it could be like echoing. That's why she says she has a lag. You thought she said live. It was lag. Yeah.
So Anna said, Tiffany, have you heard anything about Lisa and what she's saying about you? Just letting you
No, I
know.
haven't heard a word. I've just been living my life.